Hi, my name is Frank Sotile, and my family has been taking care of your car for over 40 years. We've done collision, general repair, and even full-blown restoration. In 40 years, we've seen so many changes to the automobile, our industry, but nothing like what we're seeing in the world today. Today, I'm going to show you a video of how we do a full-blown restoration to a 1991 Mustang LX Convertible. We're going to take this car from a stock basic Mustang and transform it to a wicked automobile. I can't wait for you guys to see what we're going to do. Let's start off with the introduction of our customer. I want to introduce you to Dio.
Hey Frank, how you doing?
Dio's been a long-time customer of ours. We actually built a 1987 Mustang GT for Dio. And when he found out we were going to make another video, he got all excited and he went out and bought another car just so we could build another car for him.
And that's a fact.
So Dio, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you want to do with your new vehicle?
Well, what I have is a 1991 LX. I want from engine, wire tucking, K-member, and I want a whole complete job. I want an overhaul, and I want you to make this car wicked.
Let's go take a look at the car.
Frank, here's my new project. As you see, I picked up this beauty over here, but I know you're going to make it look just amazing. So what I want you to do, basically, I want you to do a complete engine. I want you to hide all this wiring, move the battery to the back, tuck it all away. I want everything to be nice, spec and clean. All you want to see is the engine sitting in the middle. Also, I want you to change the wheels on this thing. I want to go to welds. Suspension, we're going to add the K-member to that as well.
K-member and control arms?
We're going to do the complete. We're going to lighten this thing up so we can use that horsepower to our advantage. On the back here, what I want you to do is change this lid. So I just want you to remove the rack. I want you to clean it all up. I want it nice and clean back here. And then we're going to do a complete color change.
I'll make you a spray of cards of a couple different options for you.
Yeah.
A little bit bigger pieces. This way here you'll be able to look at it.
That would be nice.
And it'll be easier for you to pick a color which way you want to go.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
No problem.
I know you're the man for the job, so I want you to think to make this unique to me and make it wicked looking. I know you're the man to do the job.
Here we are on day one of Dio's build. Today we're going to start the deconstruction of his 1991 Mustang LX Convertible. We're going to start by removing the engine, the transmission, and exhaust. And once that's done, we're going to get it over to the body shop and get it measured to make sure that everything is square. Let's get started with the build.
We're taking the tranny, two of us, because the tranny is not heavy, it's light, and we're leaving the bell housing inside. So we're taking everything apart separately. And there you go with the tranny.
Now the transmission's out, we're going to start by removing the bell housing and the clutch. Once that's done, we're going to pull the motor out of the vehicle.
So now next step, we're going to remove the bell housing with the clutch, and that way gives us more room for the motor to come out by the firewall.
So right now we're taking off all the accessories off of the engine. We're starting with the fan. Daniel's pulling out the spark plugs and wires. Pretty soon, this engine's coming out.
Just moving the spark plugs so we can get access to lower that header without damaging them.
We're gonna put it on a stand. We're gonna get all this wiring out, get this all engine bay cleaned up, and then we go from there.
Well, it looks like our engine's out and we're excited about that. Our next step now is we're going to remove the front end sheet metal off of this vehicle. So we're going to take the fender off, the other fender, the front bumper, and the hood, and we're going to measure the front end of the vehicle just to make sure that everything on the front end of this vehicle is 100% square back to the manufacturer's specifications and recommendations. We're not 100% sure if this vehicle is straight, so once we measure it, we'll know for sure it's straight and we'll have no problems going down the road.
Now we're ready for measurement.
All right, so now the front end's completely off the car, and we did discover that there was some damage on the frame rails on this vehicle. Pretty common on these cars, maybe a repair was done and it wasn't done properly. They couldn't access the damaged area because the motor was in the vehicle. So we got Frisk in the house, and Frisk is gonna explain what he's gonna do from here. Take it away, Frisco.
All right, like Frank said, after we removed the motor, we noticed that there is a kink in both frame rails. So we are going to use our 3D measuring system now to see how much repair time is required to bring the vehicle back to the manufacturer specifications. Okay, here is our 3D measuring system that we're going to be using to measure the underhood dimensions of that Mustang. What this machine does is it allows us to do a blueprinting and repair measuring for device on structural collision damage. It allows us to identify any sway, sag, or mash using infinite data points. As you can see here, these are the underhood dimensions for the vehicle that we need to follow in order to bring those dimensions back to these specs. So as per those points that you just saw on that diagram, we're now gonna mark them out on the vehicle in order for the 3D measuring system to be able to pick them up on the cameras.
That,
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
here, and here.
Okay, perfect.
Here.
So now that we've marked out the points, we're now going to set up the 3D measuring system to see how much damage there actually is on the vehicle. All right, so we got our wand ready to go. We're now going to snap pictures of the vehicle on the front end. And back to the computer we go. We do have a severe amount of sway, and it is advised that we have a little bit of sag. So now that we've measured the vehicle and we have our specs on how far the vehicle is out when it's showing our sway and our sag, we'll now have to do a complete setup and pull the unibody over to bring the sway of the vehicle back, and then pull the vehicle up to fix the sag and bring that back to the manufacturer specs that you see on the distance table here.
All right, so we got a lot done on Dio's car since the last time we did some recording. I'd like to take you over to the car now and show you where we're at. Come with me. What we've got done so far is we've filled in the engine bay, all the factory holes, and we've smoothed it all out and made it look really nice and pristine. We've added the lower tubular rad support, and now the engine compartment is ready for paint. So we're gonna get this vehicle over to paint once we get the suspension in. So right now the guys are working on the rear suspension, and what we're doing to the rear suspension is a full coil over and adjustable control arms. Here's some of the parts where we're gonna be installing. We're also putting 4-wheel disc on this vehicle, and we're converting it from 4-bolt to 5-bolt.
Basically, we're just getting the control arms set up lengthwise. So we're just going to match them up to each other. We're replacing all the hardware with grade 8 bolts with nylock nuts, so everything's all done nice and it's not going to go anywhere, and we know we've got good hardware in there for the customer.
Now that we have everything mounted, we're just gonna tighten it up and it's off to prep and paint.
Hi, we're gonna make it the color of the Mustang. 919, pearl, 02, silver. 24. Silver, 347. Burgundy, Lex, 427. Blue, midnight blue. Black. That's water, E3. That's it. The paint is finished. Mix it.
So we got the car back from the body shop and we're ready to start putting in the motor. Let's take a look and see how they're doing so far.
Taking this AC compressor off, get a little bit of clearance, click these chains up nice, hope for a nice safe pull. Should be good to go.
He looks confused, doesn't he?
Getting the motor ready to go in, lining it up, getting it centered. Slow and steady.
You in on yours?
Yep, I'm all good. No harm done. Only at Monster Garage do we drop motors in with Jordan 1s on. Gotta do the drip check.
So the day is here. We're on the final stretch of the reassembly of Dio's ride. We just got a few little things to do and then we're gonna give Dio a call and have him come and check out his wicked ride. Can't wait for him to check it out. I'm good, brother. How are you?
Good.
Good.
You got news for me or something or what?
Buddy, today's the day.
No way. That
100%.
is awesome. Can't wait.
Come by anytime, but we're like 90% ready.
I'll make my way.
Okay, we'll see you in a bit.
Awesome. Thanks, brother.
Ciao, bro.
Ciao.
Bye. So the car is 100% finished, and I am so excited to show it to Dio. We've done everything you can possibly imagine to this car. It was red, we transformed it to this psychedelic gray. It has killer wheels, full coilover suspension, front and back. We did tubular K-member, tubular rear control arms, shaved the engine bay. We added a supercharger, heads, intake, full exhaust. There isn't a bolt on this car that we didn't touch. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm gonna go grab Dio now. Hey!
Frankie, what's going on, brother?
How are you, buddy?
Not bad, how are you?
I'm good.
You got a nice surprise for me out here?
I do, buddy. You ready to see it or what?
I can't wait. I've been waiting for this day for a long
come.
time. I'm dying. You guys take this cover
Okay,
off.
guys, take the cover off.
I want
Let's
to
roll
take this
this
cover
car.
off.
Wow!
It's exactly what I was looking for. That's my wicked ride. Wow, bro. Wow. Wow. It's exactly what I imagined. That's the best car you have in the shop. very much.
Thank you.
Can I start it? Sure. All right, buddy. Let me hear this thing. Wow, I gotta see this thing, man. Great, fabulous job. It's always a pleasure doing business with you.
So we're at the end of our build. The car came out fabulous, our customer is happy, and we are super excited. Looking forward to our next build, and looking forward to seeing you there. Peace!